Good afternoon and welcome once again to Seat with Deborah Fennella. And I'm really excited about today's guest because he's also very close friends and a very busy person, a celebrity. He's also a celebrity mathematician known as the 10 seconds maths expert of the world famous author as well of 10 seconds counts, I think it is that correct? But also Philip Chan is a global business connector and he helps people worldwide. He's very, very busy. I don't know where he gets all the energy from personally, myself as well, but we're going to be covering many topics of his life, including maths and his new online courses that he's actually just started this week to help and support families and their children that are struggling with maths, but also to make maths more fun. So for all of you budding maths experts out there or enthusiasts, here is the lovely Philip Chan. Good afternoon, Philip Chan. How are you?
Well, good afternoon. Thank you, Deborah, for having me on the program. I know it's a privilege to be on your program, so thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. I think I got that bit wrong, didn't I? Because you're known as the 10 seconds maths expert of the world, aren't you?
Yes, and also my book is the 10 second speed maths technique.
That's it. Sorry, I got that wrong.
That's okay. That's all right. I mean, my claim of fame is I was bottom in every subject at school, and then there was a transformation. Then also we can share a little bit more in a moment about that.
Oh, bless you. I don't know where you get the time. She's so busy. You know, you've got your fingers in many pies and you help so many people as well. You know, you're a delightful person with a heart of gold, and I bless you, my friend, as well. Now, to start off the actual interview, you've also been interviewed, I believe, by UNICEF. And we do actually have in our capable, lovely hands of my TV producer, Moinul, and he's now going to play it for us, for all of you listeners. Unfortunately, we haven't got the sound. There's a bit of a technical fault there, I think, Philip. Moina's going to try and sort it out, bless him.
Okay, the UNICEF team came out about 4 years ago to interview me, and I've been a member of UNICEF this year, I think, as a member and supporter for 57 years.
I live in a town.
So I was one of the 3 chosen people.
I have been a resident here now for quite a number of years, and I'm now a retired person. By profession, I'm a teacher, I'm a maths specialist. Also internationally, I'm known as the 10 second maths expert, and I'm an author, and 2 of my books has now become Amazon #1 in UK and in Australia simultaneously. I've actually first heard about UNICEF probably about 17 years after they started in 1946. So I've been a member now for over 53 years. UNICEF can open doors when other organizations cannot, because they are focused purely for the need of the children. And that to me is one of the key elements of myself joining UNICEF. I have decided that I want to make a gift to UNICEF in my will, so that it can make a difference. It's actually, the process is very, very simple. Literally, in your will, you just specify the amount or the percentage you want to leave. And it's things that can be done in a short space of time. From my experience of what UNICEF has done, it's almost coming up to 70 years. Their track record is proven beyond a doubt. They will deliver. So I have every confidence the organization and all the fantastic volunteers will make a huge difference that can change the lives of our future generation.
What a fantastic interview. Congratulations. Yes. And I'm so proud of you because, again, with UNICEF, they do amazing work globally, supporting all of the children. involved with them, Philip, as well. Moinul was just showing the actual details for any of you who would maybe like to get involved with UNICEF, but we will obviously be sharing the details once again at the end of this interview, because once again, they do amazing work globally. They support lots of children, and Philip's been very busy supporting them too. So congratulations once again, Philip.
Well, thank you very much. And they came out 4 years ago, and actually that was the day after my I came out from hospital, so that's why I wasn't looking too bright at that time. But no, that's right. It's great. I mean, the key thing about UNICEF is, you know, one attraction is because they're non-political. Although they are one of the UN organization, they are totally independent. You know, and because of the non-political, they can open doors when other UN agencies can't, and they're really all the things coming from donation. My part was just 2 parts. I have part of the gifts and will, and I encourage people to leave some money in their wills, because the new program that started 2 years ago in 2017, and we have an emergency center in Copenhagen, and UNICEF will have a 48-hour response to anywhere in the world for disaster. Now, normally there's over 200 and something disasters around the world. Literally, there's one a week, but only 1 or 2 get reported. So the funding has to be there, you know, 365 days, and to respond to that. So therefore, I'm just encouraging people, and myself also, and the rest of the gifts and will supporter, encouraging people to leave something. It could be just a one-off donation. It could be, you know, whatever people choose. In my case, and also in my granddaughter's, Chloe Whiting, we decide for all our books, every time we sell a book, you know, we're going to donate £1 of the profit. And in fact, I've got actually £30 here from my granddaughter's book to actually send it to the UNICEF today. So my granddaughter wrote her first book at age 12, and we just co-written the book together recently. And there's another story behind that. That it was a book that I wasn't right.
It's so lovely that your granddaughter is an author as well, and you're working together and supporting each other, and she's now involved in UNICEF as well, because it brings hope to the world.
Yeah, this is her book called Friendships.
Oh, bless her. Oh, it's so lovely.
And this
must be
is
so proud.
yeah, and this is Chloe.
Beautiful little angel.
Yeah. So we decided. Well, actually, it was a book I should have written 3 years ago. I decided not to write it, and in fact, I wasn't going to write it at all. And then my granddaughter came home. Well, her school is actually not too far from me, and she had to come past my place. So she normally pops in just to use the toilet or raid my fridge, you know. Well, Chloe, I'm not saying this.
And I can imagine she's a ray of sunshine in your life, Philip, too, because children are a blessing, aren't they? A beautiful blessing. And I suppose brings a lot of joy into it.
Yeah. So I was trying to impress her with a maths technique, and actually I thought I'll video this as well. And at the end of this technique, I was expecting, you know, she'd go, "Wow!" Instead, she look at me and she say, "Grampy," that's what she calls me. "Grampy, that's rubbish." I said,
"What?" Is that what she said?
And I said,
you know what they say, never a true word spoken from our babes, and children do literally just speak, you know, their truth, don't they? In in a loving way, but they do speak their mind. So at least you know where you stand with them, don't you?
Yes. So I said, well, I better show, because you know she may have a point. So I listened to her, and she has exactly right thing, and I missed something, and she innovated on my thing. And as a joke, I said, "Chloe, can I put this in my next book?" I had no intention actually. And then did you say immediately? So, of course you can, Grampy, as long as I get 90% of the money.
She's definitely switched on, isn't she?
Yeah. So
it sounds
then
like she's following in. Oh, bless her. Sorry to interrupt. It sounds like she's following in your footsteps, being an author too. And say you must be so proud of her. Is she very much into maths like yourself?
Sorry.
Is your granddaughter very much into maths like yourself as well? Is she a little genius like you?
No, she's into all sorts of things. She enjoys different things. Maths is not obviously she's not too bad at maths, but she's into other things as well, which you know I'm glad, because you know every child has their own speciality, and I think it's important for every child to identify whatever is special to them. You know, just because I enjoy maths, it does not mean I want all my grandchildren to be good at maths. I'd like like them
No.
to focus on what they enjoy doing. I don't want to push it onto them. If they express a desire, then yes, I will encourage that. Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
And
actually, one of my friends who's got 5 children, Sabrina Benzalmi, and her 5 children are all published authors as well.
are they?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. From
Oh,
actually, I got 2 of the books here. This is this one here. This is this young man 2 years ago.
oh, bless him.
One of his so he was the world's youngest male published author.
Was he? That's
And
brilliant.
I published this book with his 13-year-old brother 2 years ago. He's now 15. It took us, and this is Trey Sean. So it took us 5 days to write the book. And I would believe in Amazon because we took 5 days to write the book. And we launched on Amazon at 11 in the morning. And we had a notification. Then we made the list in 2 hours, 11 minutes. But
gosh, I mean, it's
Sean
phenomenal to write a book in 5 days, isn't it? You know, that's very quick. Some people take months or even a year to write a book. So, I mean, that is phenomenal.
Well, I mean, I just turned 7. He's now just published his 4th book 3 weeks ago. And Trey Sean, who's now 15, he's now since then he's published 6 more books himself. And he's got now at age 15, 3 this at age 15, so that's phenomenal. And yet, 6-7 years ago, he was so shy he wouldn't even talk to his family. But that's the credit to his mum, who's just very encouraging every one of their children, and and all the children have published authors. And Yasmin, this is she published at 10. She's published about 3 more books now recently as well. And they're professional speakers at that age. They're now aged 7 to 19. And now they're all speakers, and they've got their own business at that age. Phenomenal.
It certainly is, and also inspiring, I think, globally across the world, to inspire other children to tap into their creativity. And if they set their mind to it, they can achieve anything. And these children are, a pure example of that. And wonderful that you're able to support them on their journeys and promote them too, Philip, because you dedicate your life to be of service, to help each and every one of us, like myself, do as well. Being a global business connector, you're always introducing, us to different people to help us on our path. So to me, I think you are a guardian angel. Personally, I think you're one of Earth's guardian angels. Now, I'd like to actually go back to your childhood and what guided you down the path of maths in the very beginning, and how old was you?
Well, as I said, my childhood, I wasn't had a very happy childhood in the sense that I was left alone. My mum and dad was always busy, so that's the nature of things. So I'm left alone to myself, and I wasn't very good at. And I was incredibly shy as well, and as a consequence, I was basically bottom in every subject. And I hate the feeling of being dumb, And I could remember going to school when my other friends would take maybe the normal time to do their homework. It normally take me 3, 4, 6 hours. I've never could remember, going to bed before 12 midnight because I'm trying to do the homework, and so often when I actually do it, and I get wrong, and that becomes so soul destroying. And then I started to say, and I'm gonna do something. I do some research, and I found all these wonderful math techniques been hundreds of years. And then I started trying it, and I could do it very quickly. And some of my friends all of a sudden said, "How do you do that? Then I start sharing them, and over a long period of time, and all of a sudden people say, "You're a genius." I said, well, "No, I'm not. None of these techniques are mine." And then when I become a teacher, then I put a little bit of showmanship to that, because I could always remember the feelings. Even as I'm talking now, I got flashbacks. Sometimes going home and crying in my bed. No one can hear me because I felt so useless. And I said to me, one day if I can ever overcome my own challenges, I don't want anyone to feel this, especially. And also when I became a teacher. I set myself a goal. I became a maths teacher. Actually, I taught maths, PE, and geography, and actually other subjects. I don't want my pupils to feel bad like I do. And my philosophy as a teacher is, if my students learn, it's my fault, because one, I have not explained it well enough, or I have not found a way, because we all learn differently.
We certainly do.
This idea of the government imposing one size fit all, it doesn't. You know, you can only do maths in one particular method, and I disagree with that totally. I got into trouble a number of times for doing this. In fact, actually, I came very close at two schools who actually sacked by teaching these techniques that the pupils had fun and they're getting result. But I came close because I didn't went with the normal system. There's two schools I've gone to. They were in trouble. I joined them after Easter. I only had a period of about 7 weeks to retake the 2-year GCSE course in the 7 weeks. One school with 2 classes and the other with the whole of the year 11. So I had brought them down to 5 classes per time. So I had about 120 kids at that time. But one school, I had a 90%. Well, in the 7 weeks, we managed to get a 96% pass rate with one school. And the other school was a very challenging school with lots of drugs problem and social behavior. I managed to improve the result by 17% in that 1 year. But then I was the only math teacher teaching the whole year 11, in that particular school. So
I think also, like you sort of said, Philip, we all have our own unique talents, don't we? And sometimes it's just finding that talent and our niche, and then having that natural flair and then nurturing it in order for it to blossom. And, unfortunately, we're not good at everything, but when we do find the things that we are good at, we can put all our time and our energy into it and then shine bright to the world. And that's what you've done with your maths. And regardless of what was thrown at you with the teachers, because sometimes, I remember when I was at school, if you was naughty, the teacher, would either give you the cane, the ruler, or the slipper. And if you was disrespectful, they would get the blackboard rubber and they chuck it from one end of the room to the other. Obviously nowadays they're not like that, but we did respect our teachers. But back then, you didn't speak unless you was put your hand up and then asked to speak as well. It was very strict when I was at school, showing my age now. So obviously when you was at school, Philip, as well, the teachers back then could have, been the same, very much strict and had their set guidelines that you had to abide to. So changing the whole complete format and making teaching fun, I think will captivate your students a lot more, and they will be more interested in the subject, and then, start to learn a lot more about it. And like you say, maths can be fun. I love maths myself at school. I used to do 5 and I still do know with numbers. But again, like you say, not everyone is good at maths. But we do need maths in everyday life, don't we, to sort of calculate things. So whether you're good or not, it's just as long as you learn as much as you do need in order to survive throughout life, to be able to sort of live on a day-to-day basis. Because obviously when you're sort of calculating your bills going out, for instance, you have to sum it up, don't you, and how much you're earning per year. We always use maths, don't we, when you're going out to buy something, and then if there's discounts and percentages. So again, maths is used in an everyday society, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing I want to stress about that is the 10 speed maths. It's not the reason why it's called I'm 10-second maths expert. It's once I share the technique with yourself or anyone, after a little bit of practice, they too can do that in under 10 seconds. So it's not about me. And also, when I think about the 2 schools I've gone to retake the 2-year GCSE in 7 weeks, they are the people who sat the exam. I didn't sit the exam, and yet one school we had a 96% pass rate. So the ability has always been there, and all I've done is just help with a little bit of confidence, and then they did the rest. And also, when I had the other school, when I was teaching 5 classes at the same time, and going right across the complete spectrum from the bottom to right to top. And again, they are the people who had to sit the exam. So therefore, I wasn't the person sitting the exam, they had to do it. So all I've done is just instill a little bit of confidence and did the rest. So when I do my workshops, and I normally do about 19 workshops a year over 45 years. And I have a range of anything from, massive, it's free. And I've always done it for free for 45 years. And I have parents and children coming and teachers. On average, probably about 200 people per workshop. and occasionally I have about 600, 400, 600. So on that basis, I'll probably have taught over maybe roughly about 200,000 people. But again, the whole point, you know, my range going from age 4 to actually one of the oldest granddad who came with his grandson, he was 92. And in fact, he annoys his grandson, and the grandson said, "Stop it! You're showing me up. You're doing quicker than I am."
Bless
But his granddad left school at 40 with no qualification, and he said he hated maths, you know, and he actually was doing it much quicker. So the whole point is, it's nothing about me. It's the ability has always been there. I used to get annoyed with some of my colleagues. My colleagues said, "I've explained to my student 10 times over, but they still don't understand it." And I said, "Well, if someone's a left-handed person, you gave them a right-handed tool, or vice versa, that's not going to be very helpful. So the fact that you explain it 10 times over, you need to try a different way to explain it." I said, you know, so therefore, from my perspective, when I actually do a lesson and it's not a good lesson because the pupils don't understand it, that's not a fault of my student. That's a fault of myself that I haven't, as a professional, haven't found a way to actually communicate the information properly. One of the goals when I first started teaching, I have set myself, every time I teach a maths topic, I will find minimum 3 ways to actually teach that topic. A lot of time on the basis, like simple adding, subtraction, times divide. Often I found actually about 17, 18 different ways to teach the same thing. Actually, can I give you a quick demonstration, Deborah?
You certainly can. I'll just get my calendar all ready. Right, go ahead then.
Just give me a number between 50 and 100, please. Just give
89.
me a 89. So times that by 81. Yeah. So you should get 7209. Yeah, 89 times 81. So you should have 7209. Yeah, 7209. Yeah. So that's it. So most kids with a little bit coaching should be able to do that in under 3 seconds. Well, let's do another one, because I could have just got lucky with that one. Just give me another 2-digit number between 50 and 100, please.
71.
71. All right. Times that by 79. So you should have 5609.
5,609.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, that's what's it.
Thank God the calculators. I must admit, when I was at school, we weren't allowed to use a calculator, and nowadays, obviously we can. It does make things a lot easier and quicker, Philip, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll just do one more quick demonstration. Give me any 3-digit number over 500, but make 3-digit different to make it more interesting. Give me a 3-digit number that's over 500.
That's over 500. Okay. 784.
784. If you put that in the calculator, then times that by 999. So put in the calculator 784. Yeah. Times 999. Yeah.
Which is
and
783,260.
let me read. Yeah. So you should have 783,216. Yeah. You should have 783,216. Okay. You're a genius.
Awesome.
You've done it.
Oh, thank you. Now, also, because we're doing sums, I did actually mention to Philip that we could run a competition today, Philip, couldn't we? Where you were going to set out a sum for our viewers to calculate, and then email in the hot seat TV show at gmail.com with your answer, and you can actually win one of Philip's amazing books. So I'm going to put you on the spot now,
and
Philip.
in fact,
what score would you like to give our viewers?
This is my copy, the 10-second speed maths technique edition. And this is a book Her Majesty the Queen has got in her library. And former Prime Minister David Cameron, and also Prince William and Kate has got this in the library. So this is the book that I'm giving away.
Wow, that is amazing. Have you actually met them, Philip?
So,
and there's the details actually online for those of you that would like to purchase a book on Amazon. Thank you, Moinul.
Yes, that's on Amazon as well. Yeah, so I had a letter from the Queen from Buckingham Palace, and Downing said they'd received it. So this is a few years ago. So what I'm looking for is I hope the Queen has read it. If not, at least then
Did you
pass on
frame
to the
my letter,
grandchildren.
Philip? Sorry to interrupt. Did you
Sorry.
frame my letter? Because I got a letter from Duke and Duchess of Cambridge when we released our, well, we was due to release Shine Bright Mental Health charity for their charity, which is Heads Together. And they did actually send me a lovely letter that's actually on my notice board. I haven't put it in an actual frame, but at the time we was just going through COVID, and they said unfortunately they couldn't actually get involved with promoting the song, which was for their charity, because of obviously everything that was happening globally with COVID-19. So, you know, but I was really blessed to get the letter back anyway, just thanking myself and rapper JD. So did you put yours in an actual, no?
No, it's just
No,
staying
yours,
in there. It's,
well, that,
yeah,
mine.
it's just staying there. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, bless you. Oh, but that's still wonderful.
Yeah,
And
so
it's lovely
it's
that,
still
again, that they're
evolving.
using your book, and it shows how talented that you are, and also helping out royalty, their children too, to make maths fun.
One
I think
of
also
my one of my wishes, I hope then Prince William and Kate will join me to do some maths with the Grenfell people. I'm hoping to do some session at some point if I can arrange it for the Grenfell people, so they can actually hope to help. Also, they got, although this has been quite a while ago, they're still suffering from that. So I was hoping that to, if possible, to connect somehow with Prince William and Kate and help them to actually do this with me, to actually do some workshops. It's a bit, but I hope somehow will happen. I'm not sure how.
Oh, bless you. Well, wonderful idea, because I did actually meet a lady, and sadly her uncle died in Glenfield Tower. And as you know, my husband's a fireman as well. And it was so tragic, wasn't it? Which is so sad. So remember that year, that's when I did my TV presenting course at Pinewood Studios. And also at Pinewood Studios, you're very busy there too, aren't you? Because you are also involved in the 5 to 9 club, which is also linking a lot of entrepreneurs and people in the entertainment industry. It's a networking club, isn't it, where lots of people will go along and meet different people, and you know, they will help each other on their paths. So how did that all come about for you, and you actually getting involved in the 529 club with Deborah?
Do you know, I've been asked that question a number of times, and you know, I can't exactly remember how things flow. Also, because I'm a life coach and an NLP coach, I'm a member of the APCTC, that's the Association for Professional Coaches, Trainers and Counsellors. And I've also met a number of people. So I've been doing that for a number of years. So, and I met also sometimes I have guest speakers from international, and then after I'm link up with them, and they introduce me to other professionals. And eventually, I become one of the founding member of the London Intelligent Millionaire Network, where we actually connect with top entrepreneurs, particularly the top 1% people, and we just learn things from people at the top of the field. So, and that also led on to other connections worldwide. And I can remember one of my millionaire mentors. When I had Facebook, I don't think anyone would look at this face, and I thought, no, I'm not going to put a picture up there. And my mentor told me off. So I thought, oh, I better put a picture of me, but you know, no one would look at my face. So I put a picture of myself.
Oh, bless you. We all want to see your lovely face, Philip. And you've got a lovely face.
Yeah. And I'm not a young, beautiful person. I'm an old person. So, and then to my amazement, within 1 week, there's 14 people from different parts of the world asked to befriend me as my friend. I found later they were all millionaires. I thought, where did this come from? You know, and then it snowballed from there. Like fate,
wasn't it? Because I believe in fate and the law of attraction as well. Do you believe in fate and law of attraction? Because I believe synchronicity and everything happens for a reason, and people cross your path for a reason as well. So I think it was fated that opportunity came up for you with the 529 Club, because Barbara Judge, he also runs it with Deborah Wooten, doesn't he? I hope in the future to come up and sing for you all when COVID restrictions sort of ease a little bit more, and you go back to obviously having the network evenings, because I know that you've been doing it via, is it I've forgotten which, is it Zoom meetings? I think you were doing it through, wasn't it?
Yes, we have been Zoom meetings,
Yes.
yes, because of the lockdown and so on. Actually, the other thing, before I became a teacher, I was involved in some commercials and as a photographer before I became over 50 years ago. And by chance, actually, I met up with another person actually at the end of the fashion show, and we connected, and he now got me back into the film business, as it were. So I actually now become an ambassador of the 529 Club for the films and media professional. And my friend Adam
That's
Richards,
brilliant.
who actually is the Red Power Ranger, and he's also the stunt double for Bruce Willis in some of the Die Hard films. And he's actually worked with Jackie Chan since he was age 17. So by chance, I met. Well, actually, he came late to a fashion show. We didn't talk at all. I left without speaking to him. A friend of mine was going to the tube station, and she had difficulty walking. So I decided to walk with her, but she said, no, I can't walk anymore. It's hurting too much. So we turned back to the hotel to get a taxi. And there I actually met up with Adam, and we got talking. And then, as I said, the rest is history. So now
Oh, bless
join him
you.
and his never die hard, never give up Phoenix professional stunt teams. He's a stuntman, and he's an amazing stuntman as well. And he's a
He is.
producer, a film
He's
producer.
very talented, isn't he, Felix? I did actually interview him going back last year when I was working on the radio. So I'm hoping to interview Adam again in the hot seat, because he's also involved, and we're both involved in it with Jamie Long, I'm a Survivor anti-bullying movie. And Adam's actually involved in that as well, isn't he? Bless him. Which is bringing more awareness
Yes,
globally to stop bullying.
and also with his friend Jamie Long and Anthony, who you know, and also
Yes, Anthony JamesMattocks.
sorry, Jamie Long and Adam is want to do a film I Am Survivor, to highlight the bullying. They want to
Yes.
actually do that non-profit and into schools just to make the awareness of the bullying, and also because sometimes people don't even know they're being bullied, as kids until afterward. So therefore, the film is to highlight the awareness, and also you're not alone, and be able to speak out, don't suffer in silence. So Jamie Long and Adam Richards want to do that. So I'm going to help out in some way. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to help out, but they asked me if I would join them. Then the answer obviously is yes, because this is a huge problem today.
It certainly is, and it's
Also,
really
actually,
sad to break your heart, because I know you've gone through bullying, and so have I previously as well. So with the actual storyline, it highlights Jamie's path and what he's gone through. But all of us actors involved, we will be actually sharing our own experiences, the majority of us, during our sort of time on film set, when we actually step into acting our roles within that movie. And like you say, it's to support a lot of people globally, because it's not just children goes through, it's adults as well, and to save lives, to stop people committing suicide due to bullying. But again, it shows with yourself that you're an inspiration, because you've gone through it, same as me, and it's standing up to the bullies and still shining bright to lead a positive example forwards in order to encourage them to change their ways too. But also with the bullies, sometimes they've been bullied themselves and they've repeated that same cycle and patterns of behaviour, haven't they, Philip?
Absolutely, it's just breaking that pattern. Actually, there's one young lady, Katie Blackwell. She was very shy just a year and a half.
She's lovely.
Ago. She and her mum Carol has done amazingly, and now performing all over Christmas or round about then. She had a release of her record, and it went to Japan, and in one day had over 100,000 hits, and so.
Wow.
She actually now involved both of Casey and Carol now. Casey Blackwell and are now a member of the UNICEF Children's Champion as well. They are championing a lot of things for mental health as well. So I think they may be joining Jamie for the I'm Survivor as well. So they're doing incredible things as well, and the transformation. So yes, they're both are now members of the Children's Champion.
Wow, I mean, that is, again, amazing. And Katie, in all her songs that she writes, so she's actually talking about her own experiences through life. I mean, I'm a singer-songwriter too, and I'm so proud of Katie. I've yet to interview her in the hot seat, which I will be hoping to do before Christmas, and also her lovely mum too, because
Well,
Carol does amazing work
you're
supporting
amazing.
Katie on her path, and she supports those that have gone through bullying and actually encouraging them. They too can turn their lives around and shine bright to this world in order to make a difference. But by talking about your experiences and writing songs and telling your story, it's also part of your inner healing, which helps you to heal within yourself in order to become strong once again. And that's what Katie does. And you've helped her quite a lot on her path, Philip, haven't you? Because you introduced her to a record label in America, and they signed her up, and now she's flourishing, isn't she? You know, globally with her amazing music.
Well, yes. One of my a friend who actually spent 6 months here in UK and 6 months in USA. He's been asked by the former head of the Virgin label to actually promote and looking for British talent in singers, actresses, fashion models, and so on. So my friend Christopher George, we're working together. So at the moment on my personal guest list, so on my friends list, we potentially 18 to singers we want to promote to the United States. Now, this is going to take a little while to do the PR and the branding and also to prepare them. I think it's going to 2-3 years. In fact, actually, Christopher in America now, after this call today, he's going to link me out with a radio producer in America that's going to 19 states to actually promote Britain.
Oh, exciting. So, maybe you can help me out to promote my songs.
Oh yeah, you're on my hot list. Thank
you so much, Philip.
Yeah. I mean, also, you're one of the 18. You are on that list, Deborah. So,
Oh, thank you so much. Because to say, I've done 2 charity songs now. Obviously, Homeless at Christmas to raise money for Help the Homeless, and that's going to get relaunched this year, but earlier. And actually, going to do a music video to tell the story of the homeless guy that sadly died in the shop doorway at Christmas, and I was a guardian angel that sent him into the light. So we were actually going to do a music video sharing his story and how he felt, but at the end God did call him home. So I'm blessed to sort of write that song in loving memory for him to raise money for Help the Homeless. So that's going to come back out. We've just done Heads Together, charity single, which is Shine Bright. JD the rapper and myself, and I've just released I'm Strong, I Do Belong in this world. And that song again is to empower those that have been, sort of beaten down, not with the confidence, self-worth, self-esteem, or gone through bullying, and at times maybe felt they don't belong in this world, to realize that we do belong in this world and we all have a place within this world. So again, like Katie, all my songs do come from the heart and from my own experiences as well. So blessed to be able to do that. So same with you, all the work that you do, because you also been involved in many different projects yourself, Philip, haven't you, to support many people and bring awareness of whatever they're up to. Also, you've been involved in fashion shows and supporting that as well. And also I've noticed that you're now involved with an exhibition to promote entrepreneurs, charities and fashion shows. And also you're launching your online courses this week to support 10-second Child Genius with Trey Sean and Ben Salmi. And the goal is to reach out to at least 50,000 households to make maths fun, stress-free, and empower as many children as possible. And that particular course is £60. And included in that course, number 1, you get the 2nd edition of your book. Number 2, you get the work booklet to take you through each 10 chapters. And number 3, you get 11 videos to cover the 10 chapters plus a bonus video to understand how to learn more efficiently in any subject. So again, that's wonderful that you've created these courses to help and support children and their families. Again, I'm just so proud of you.
The key thing about learning, sorry interrupting, the key thing about learning is a lot of people work very, very hard, but they don't work smart. And so when you actually put all your effort to learn, and you mentally, and you feel down. And it's understandable. I can remember, I was working so hard, as a kid, and so I worked there for my homework for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, and then to get 0 or 1 or 2 out of 100, and that was really, and time after time. So the key, Sean and I, we want to work smart, not hard. Just like in the example I did for you, the calculation just now, that's a demonstration. Well, Tracy and I went at some workshops over a year and a half ago. We were invited to down Kent, and we did a small workshop, an hour workshop, about 50 to age 4 to 16. The two examples I've done with you after, well, I took a back seat. I let Trey Sean do the work. Yeah, I just take the glory now. He does all the work. I take the glory. And after 5 months coaching, had 2 kids doing the technique I showed you just now in under 2 seconds, only after 5 minutes coaching. So again, the potential has always been inside, you know. And when people said, I can't do maths, I say to them, well, you can't do maths. It's probably, one, you've been put off by someone to teach you a very inefficient method, and it's make you feel stupid, or someone has assigned to you that make you feel inferior. But that's not the reality. The reality is deep down, you have the ability. And we know that in our workshop, within literally 5 minutes of starting the workshop, a lot of the people have fear. You know, that fear will dissipate it very quickly. That's why I encourage parents to come with their children, because a lot of the fear is coming from the parents, because I can't do a maths at school, so they have passed on that fear to their children. And a number of parents has been to the workshop, within literally a few minutes, and they say, "Oh, was that easy?" I could multiply a four digit by 4 digit, and I can actually do it in under 5 seconds. With a little bit hint and so on. So again,
I think
the 10
it's
seconds.
empowering, not disempowering, isn't it? So, sorry to interrupt. It's empowering them, not disempowering them, because when you disempower, you do knock their confidence and self-worth and self-esteem. And my motto is, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again, and eventually you will reach your destination. But you must learn to have faith in yourself and your own ability. And sometimes you seek recognition from outside and external people to actually praise you, and you don't always get it. So it's important that we do praise ourselves and give ourselves a pat on the back for where we are in our lives and everything that we've achieved, and to take those necessary steps when we set the goals in order to achieve those too. And that's what you do with your teaching, Philip. You empower them and you encourage them, and it just goes to show what amazing teacher that you are. And I wish there was more teachers like you in this world, because I think we'd have more success stories within the schools and studying, and children actually getting these qualifications that they so rightly deserve. But also they do need to have the teachers, sort of time and energy, and to believe in them, but also to be patient with them as well. Because like you say, every child is different, and some do have learning disabilities as well, dyslexia or dyspraxia, and Asperger's. So again, it's teaching them in a way that they can understand and making it fun as well, which is what you do.
Yes, I also, from the point of, there are really some very dedicated teachers out there, but sometimes the system prevents them actually doing the job properly. And also the way teachers train, I have to argue for so long, it's not appropriate. They haven't been armed with the proper skills to actually do the job properly. And that's why, it's now, especially in the system in the last 20 years, it's more boxes. Rather than look at how a child learn and then tailor-made, because you could have 2 sets, parallel sets, but if you apply the same technique, this set will work, but the other one, for some, it just fall flat, because the learning style within the 2 classes are different. So when you can arm the teachers how to identify the learning preference of your students, then you can just tweak it a little bit, and all of a sudden they will learn much more efficiently. You see, there's a lot of people who can do mathematics much quicker than I can, but as I said, the 10-second speed math is not about me. It's about empowering the people. Once they learn that, they can do that in under 10 seconds. I normally start my workshop saying, because I'm the 10-second maths expert, you can never beat me. However, once I share with you what I know, you will be 1,000,000 times better than me.
Yes. Bless you. So, again, you have actually got your own website as well, haven't you? Which is Jets. Just find the actual. It's jetsetlearning.com. So if people do want to get in contact with you, they can actually go onto your website, and is that where they can actually book these courses, Philip, as well?
Yes, for the online course which I started with Trey Sean, if they go to Facebook and then look for 10 seconds to child genius, then that they will find me, or on my website www.jetsetlearning.com. So then they can actually find me as well. So or on Facebook, just Philip Chan official. So they can contact me there, and then obviously we can, myself and our Trey Sean can then give them that information. And also, so the books that I sell and Trey Sean, and then also with my granddaughter, every book that we sell, we donate £1 to UNICEF.
Oh, bless you. And they're all available via the link on your website. I mean, I know they're on Amazon as well. And actually purchase those books on your website, Philip, too.
Yeah. Obviously, if they come through us, then they will get a signed copy. Obviously, they do for Amazon, then they won't get a signed copy, and unless they can actually see us. So obviously, when it comes through the jetsetlearning.com, and obviously they give the name, address, and who they want the book for, the children, then I can sign a copy for them. Alternatively, for the book that Trey Sean and I have written together, again, they can have a signed book if they go through the 10 seconds to child genius on Facebook.
That's brilliant. Have you ever thought, and maybe you've done it anyway, but have you ever thought about going into the schools, and doing like a book signing and promoting your book, and doing like little courses in certain schools, maybe sort of local to you, to empower the children? Have you thought about that, or have you done it?
Well, before I retire, and I work in a school in Hemel, and also actually work with 24 of the feeders primary schools as well. So I get invited. So I've never written my book very much in there because I'm just to share my thing. So but that was my main concern, was not to promote the book, but to share information. So in Hemel Hempstead, I've worked with 24 out of 32 primary schools in that town.
Well, that's brilliant.
Yes. So
and again,
and also when I first went to that. Yeah, so and also actually I work with number teachers.
But sharing the 10 seconds count. Sorry, a little bit delayed there.
So quite when I go to school, I may have a session with the whole of the school from year 4, 5, 6 actually, and actually 3 or 4 schools. I had all the classes from year 1, no, not year 1, year 3, 4, 5, and 6 all together, with plus teachers, plus parents. So they range from about 200 to 400 people there. And one school, we had a session. We invite all the parents as well in year 4, 5, and 6. So no mic, just one whiteboard, paper, and we did it. So we had about a 7-minute session. So that was.
Anthony's just said to you, Philip, he said that Philip Chan never uses a pocket calculator. He knows exactly how many pockets he has. Great show, everyone. Bless you, Anthony. And hello, Angela.
And Anthony,
thank you for listening in.
And Anthony is a great friend. His humor is amazing.
He is. He's awesome.
We have lots of good bands together, and he's obviously promoting his charity as well. And he's awareness, and he's doing an amazing job. So Anthony, thank you very much. I don't like doing using the calculator because I can't read the Japanese instructions.
No. Bless you. So get back to the obviously the competition. Please, can you give our viewers a sum for them to work out and to email in to the actual show in order to win the competition, to win a book? So I don't know whether you want to donate one book or do 3 winners. It's entirely up to you, Philip.
Yeah, well, I think this is not it's more a question.
Okay.
Which are the question is, which are the 4 most important primary numbers? Which are the 4 most important prime numbers, and why?
Okay. So for all of our viewers, today's competition is which are the 4 most important primary numbers and why? prime numbers and why. And you can email your answers to inthehotseattvshow@gmail.com. That's inthehotseattvshow@gmail.com. And Philip will actually pick a winner as well, and you can win one of his amazing books to help you. Thank you.
Yeah,
exciting.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So,
God bless you.
So it's a question I've asked in my workshops. So so I'm looking for someone that never been to my workshops, hopefully. So if they've been to my workshop, they know the answer. So
we will actually be sharing that at the end of today's interview once again, when we do share this obviously across social media. Now, I've also noticed today, Philip, that you're now involved with True Little Hero Awards 2020, which I've never heard of them before. So maybe they just started, or they've been going, you know, sort of new. But they're actually running a competition, aren't they, on the 27th of September. And the winners will actually be announced from Saturday, the 7th of November, on Saturday, 7th of November. And I believe, isn't it 7 to 17, which is where you can nominate a True Little Hero Award. Could be a family or a friend, you know, someone that you're inspired, you know, to help along their path, and reward them as well. Now, I didn't actually sort of share the details, I didn't see it, how they can actually apply to nominate somebody, but I did actually share it on my post. Do you know the actual details, Philip?
Yes, if you go to
somebody forward.
If you go to www.truelittleHero.com/nominate, then that I will ping that to you after the show. Yeah, and then also then they type that into the browser, and then that will come up. So www.true, that's TRU Little Hero, all one word, .com/nominate. This is a thing that's run by my friend Titimo, a few years ago, and actually last year or 2 years ago, we had Jess Foley who come to sing for us. Now Jess obviously went on to the X Factor to become one of the members of the Go Band, and she's done brilliantly. And she was helping to, and at first she won the Voice Kit. I think she won the Voice Kit in 2017, and then she came as a guest singer to help to promote the event. And also Katie Blackwell, there you see, actually won an award at that event as well for the best musician.
Congratulations.
Yes, so my friend Titimo, she's actually want to encourage the kids to say, come on, just have a go at something, you know. And she's encouraged through awards, and some of the amazing kids, you know, they've gone through a lot of personal challenges, bullying, but at the end of that, they have achieved what they want to dream. Some are singers, some are sports players, they're poets, there's mathematicians, you know, lots of and dancers. So she just wants to help to promote kids' creativity. So just go to you can see the True Hero Awards. Just go www.truelittleHero.com, and you can find out a lot of information from there.
And Moinul's been sharing for all of you viewers all of the details about the competition as well. And I think it's a wonderful idea, because there's so many children doing amazing things in this world, and it's lovely that they're going to get acknowledged for it and actually win an award as well. Because I'm also involved in Panache Global Entertainment Awards with the beautiful and amazing Princess Peace. She actually started the awards many years ago, and she awards people. And we're actually in the process, Princess Peace and also my lovely friend Simon Brown, in actually sorting out the next awards. I mean, they're hoping to do it this year, but it may be next year. And Princess Peace is going to award those that have been helping out during the COVID-19 crisis, and actually award each and every one of those for the amazing work that they've done. I mean, I was very blessed to win 2 awards last year, an opening award singing God Save Our Gracious Queen, and Princess Peace now as classed me as part of the Panache family. So I feel very honoured, very blessed to be involved and to help them get sponsorship for the next show that's going to be coming up as well. And I hope to be performing again, you know, singing maybe the opening song if Princess Peace asked me to. So again, I think it's just lovely that all these people doing amazing work, acknowledge these people for shining bright in the world and helping them to move forward, and congratulate them for all of the hard work and the effort that they put in to achieve where they are today, because it does inspire people like you, our viewers, because life is not easy, and some people are sent to try us and to test us, and sometimes we do get a confidence knocked into self-worth and self-esteem, and sometimes we lose faith in ourselves. So when you watch people that have turned their lives around, it gives you hope for the future, but also hope within yourself that you too can achieve what you set to achieve in this world, and anything is possible. And that's why I'm very blessed to have you as my friend, Philip, and the amazing work that you do, because you always helping people on a daily basis like me. You dedicate your life to be of service, and everything that you do, and I don't know where you find the time. I mean, I'm always busy. I mean, do you ever rest? Because I see on Facebook you're always here, then everywhere, and I know you're so passionate about what you do. You're a beautiful soul with a heart of gold, and you're so friendly and bubbly as well. And I know there's a lot of people that can vouch from what I'm saying, that you are an inspirational person, I think.
Okay, I have to thank one person who I've been tracking down for a long time, but I've been unsuccessful. It's my teacher, Mr. Roland Duff, because he actually started a transformation in me that without him, I probably wouldn't have started this journey.
Oh, bless him.
In those days, when we do GCSE, if you fail your mock exam, the school don't enter you for the exam. You have to pay for your exam. I missed the pass by 1 mark, and I was dreading going home and saying, "Mum, Dad, I flocked it. You have to go and pay for my exam." And I was pleading with my headmaster to enter me. I'll work hard. And he said, "No, sorry, it's your fault. You didn't work hard enough." But lucky enough, Mr. Duff plead for me, and he said, "If you're serious, I'll help you." He said 2 things that really started the transformation. He said, "If you really don't understand something, there's no such thing as a stupid question." But the second thing he said really somehow it started the fuse to the transformation. He said, "It's better to feel stupid for 5 minutes than stay stupid for the rest of your life." And when he said that, for the next 2 terms, I'm bugging my teachers to death. I don't understand something. Before then, if I didn't understand something, I would not dream of asking anyone, because I felt he was just saying I'm stupid. So he was right. It's better to feel stupid for 5 minutes than stay stupid for the rest of your life. And so after that point, I started bugging my teachers to death. And from there, within 2 terms, I went from set 10 in every subject to almost every subject to set 2. But I never got to set 1 in maths in my final in year 11. But then I pleaded with my Mr. Duff, "Can I do A-level maths?" In that school at that time, only people in top set do A-level maths, and you have to get a grade A for that. I got the equivalent in those days to O-level. I got a grade C, and so people say, "Well, forget it. You're not even set 1, and you only got a grade C. How can you do A-level maths?" But somehow, I don't know how that happened, but Mr. Duff pleaded my course, and I actually did the A-level maths at that school. I was only one of the 6 people the whole school to do A-level maths there.
Wow, that's amazing.
Congratulations.
And I think it just takes that one
person. I thank you for much. Sorry.
And it just takes one. Sorry to interrupt. It just takes that one person to believe in you. I mean, I remember my singing teacher, Sheila Warbus, and I want to thank her so much for helping me and supporting me throughout my singing career and get me through all of my grades up to grade 8. And when I finally passed my grade 8 with a merit and also my grade 7, she did actually say to me, "Now, Deborah, you are the key to your destiny. Get out and sing to that world." And she restored my faith in myself, my confidence as well. And I think just having that one person who believes in you is worth their weight in gold. And it's just so treasurable, isn't it? At the end of the day, just to have that one diamond.
I think my message is, who doesn't matter who you are, you have the ability to change, because deep down you have a lot of talent. So find a mentor or mentors. We need more than one mentor in different areas. And because how do you know what you don't know until someone tells you? So find a mentor who will save you time, frustration, and energy and money, so you can actually then, put in the right way to work smart, not hard. Only work hard when you have to.
Yes, which is so true, isn't it? And again, it's okay to ask for help. If you don't ask for help, then you're suffering silence. So it is good also to ask for help and support as well. But again, if at first you don't succeed, try again. You will reach your destination. And I think that's a final message of today that both myself and Philip want to send out to all of you viewers as well. Set that goal and take those necessary steps to achieve where you wish to get to in this world. And anything is possible as well, but shine bright and believe in you. Well, thank you so much, Philip, for today. It's been so wonderful interviewing you, and thank you to each and every one of our viewers as well. Now, we will be sharing the competition as we share, obviously, this interview today across social media, so it's okay for you to still have time to enter the competition to win one of Philip's wonderful books. Now, thank you once again to my wonderful sponsors that support today's show and each show weekly, which is Dip in the Pond Landscaping and Crooms Welding as well. So thank you so much, and thank you to my wonderful TV producer, Moinul, HossainMukul, and also Anthony JamesMattocks as well, because without you, the show is not possible. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and thank you to all of the viewers for all your love and your support, and to my wonderful friend. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. I could spend hours interviewing him because he's done such amazing work as well. But his message too is, regardless of what's thrown at you, never give up and believe in yourself, because when you do, anything is possible. So thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Until next week, when I have a new guest in the hot seat, it's bye for me. So bye for now. Thank you. Bye.